How's it going, boys and girls? I just wanted to do a quick video of maintenance costs on owning a beautiful S1000RR. Sorry for the camera quality here. I'm in my garage. It's hot as hell outside, and I didn't want to do the video outside, so I'm in my garage. So, maintenance costs for S1000. If you're not an S1000 owner, you're looking into getting the S1000, or you're just looking, coming from a previous bike, or anything in general, As far as I know, these are the numbers as far as I know, as far as my bike cost, and parts and apparel that I do like, that I would purchase for my bike. First thing first, maintenance. That includes oil changes, brake pads, anything to do with brake fluids, air filters, tires, rotors, and all that stuff. It's expensive. You know what I mean? If you're planning on doing it yourself, if you know how to, more power to you. If you're planning on taking it to a dealership, if you got the hookup, then you might get a little discount. But for me, I'm the type of person, I don't like to mess with a perfect machine, so I'd rather take it to the perfect person to let them work on it. So I do take my bike personally to a BMW specialist and let them work on it and let them fix everything. My bike is currently under warranty, so if anything breaks, I do take it to a BMW specialist or to the dealership where I got it from and let them fix it. But as far as maintenance, I also let them carry that out as well. And service. A full service for my bike, that includes brake checks, anything that has to do with the brakes, oil changes, that's new oil filter, a new air filter as well. What else do they do in service? They do a lot of things in service. I don't have the list, but it's probably like 20 things they have to check off on the list when they do a full-time service. And that's like a $500 to $400 service. The most I spent was probably $420 on the full-time service. And all I really saw on the ticket itself was oil. You know what I mean, and brake pads. But it's a full-time service. When I get my bike full-time service, and since I've had it, it's coming up on a year next month. It'll be since I had my bike, I believe. I've always had my bike fully serviced when it was time for it, when it let me know it was time for it. I never had any problems with my bike, other than my ignition switch broke on me, which I believe there was a recall on that. I'm not sure, but it was a common problem that it did happen to a couple of other bikes. But like I said, the bike was under warranty, and it got replaced under warranty. Had the bike not been under warranty, I think they told me that ignition switch probably would have been like close to $500, $600. So yeah. And with the ignition switch problem, the bike was still running, and I could turn it on. I would have to unplug it from the back and plug it back in, and it'll still run and turn on, and I could ride it back and forth to work, but I had to unplug it and everything, and I didn't want to do all of that shit. So so I did that. Everything is expensive for this bike, from fairings to rear sets to levers to seats and seat covers to tire huggers, the tires themselves. Everything is expensive. When you want to go purchase something for this bike, you're looking up in the hundreds for this bike. In the hundreds. Anything less than $200 is probably cheap, or it's probably a knockoff brand. If you can't buy it from somebody, then it's probably that. But you're gonna buy what you want to buy for your bike. If you're on a budget and you like certain things for your bike, then go ahead and do that. I do it personally. I really don't care, but I like it. If it looks good on my bike, then I don't care. It's for me. It's not for you. I pay for my bike, not you. So for example, tires for this bike, I plan on purchasing some. I ride Pirelli. Shout out to Pirelli. I ride Pirelli on my motorcycle. These are Diablo Rosa 2s. I plan on moving up. I plan on ordering Diablo Rosa 3s tomorrow, hopefully, or next week. I gotta take care of some other things on my bill list. I plan on ordering those tires, and those tires themselves, I believe they're gonna run me 305 or 315 or 3 something. I know it's a 5 at the end. And when I go to put those tires on, it's probably gonna be like $200. So I don't know. What else? A oil change. I recently just had a oil change, just a simple oil change done on my bike. Now you'll say, man, an oil change is simple. You can do it yourself. Yeah, but I felt like the bike wasn't running right, and my bike has almost 12,000 miles on it. And since the last time I got my bike serviced, it was maybe 7 or 8,000 miles was on the bike last time I got my bike serviced, and I rode it since then. And I thought it was time for a change. I mean, not a change. Well, yeah, change in oil. So I brung it in there. I let them change the oil. The bike was running fine afterwards. There was nothing wrong with the bike before then, or whatever. So everything was good. So that oil change by itself was $200. I paid $200 for an oil change for my bike. Something I could have done by myself. The 4 quarts of BMW oil, they probably run like $14. I think they run like $14.89. You do the math on 4 quarts, and then that's the oil filter, and then there's also the maintenance cost. Not the maintenance cost, the mechanics cost, parts and labor, or whatever. So that added up into the $200, and it probably only took them like 3 hours to do, and all of that. I'm not tripping on cost. I knew what I was getting into when I purchased the bike. A lot of people might have, did it themselves or had somebody else do it for cheaper. But like I said, I like my machine to run at its best. I need my machine to run at its best. I don't want it to break down because something was wrong. You know what I mean? I don't want it to break down because something was loose and it starts linking, and I can't blame nobody but myself because I worked on my own bike. I like things to be done right, so I take it to the right people, and all of that. So as far as maintenance and everything goes, look for those type of numbers when you purchase a machine like this. And it's not every day, and it's not every month. I had my bike a year. I probably had my bike fully serviced maybe three to 2 times, maybe 3-4 times before this year ends. I might have to get it fully serviced again, and maybe like a month or 2. I'm almost at my 12-mile service check-in, so I might have to do that fully serviced. And I also need to, like I said, I'm going to get order some new tires. So when I get those new tires, I'm also going to have them look at my brake pads and replace my brake pads, and also looking to get them some new brake rotors. And those brake rotors that I want are expensive as hell, and all of that. So I'm expecting to spend some money on that. What else? Exhaust systems for this bike. The stock exhaust system for this bike is excellent to me. I do race it. If you look on my channel, I do race it, but I don't really race it. I don't really try to put too much performance parts into my bike because it is a daily rider. This is my daily bike. I do ride it back and forth to work. If you notice, there are tons of slip-ons for this bike. Why? Because the slip-ons for this bike are basically all you really need, because the stock headers, they produce enough power for you. And if you get like a Brimstone flash, and if you look at your chart, a stock S1000 probably, I think it said it made like 177, 175 on the dyno. With a stage 1 flash, it jumped up to like 194, 192. It's on their website, Brimstone, which is also what I have. I don't have it flashed yet. Hopefully next month I'll get it flashed, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, slip-ons for this bike are fairly popular. You got Austin Racing slip-ons, you got Acapulco slip-ons, you have SC Project slip-ons, M4 slip-ons. There are tons of other aftermarket eBay slip-ons. I actually got my slip-on tip from Pro Racing Exhaust, which I love, and everybody does love when they hear it in person. It's loud, it satisfies me, and it gets the job done of what I want it to do. So you can go that right, and I believe that cost me maybe like $3.90 in euros. So that's that. What else? So that's as far as taking care of the bike and making it special, worth your own. Rear sets are expensive. The BMW rear sets that I want, those are like $650 or $750 rear sets. The levers and brakes, they're unnecessary. Well, the clutch is unnecessary because this is a quick shifter bike. You're barely gonna use the clutch, so I got the quick shifter. You're barely gonna use the clutch, so to pay $400-$600 for some rear sets is totally unnecessary. This windscreen I got from a guy on forums. I think he charged me like $75-$80 for that. What kind of windscreen is that? Aftermarket headlights. You want to get aftermarket headlights because the stock ones suck ass. And these are perfect. They charged me $52 at the BMW shop for that little white one. But well, no, not that one. I actually bought that at AutoZone. Those are $12 each. And what else? For me, let me tell you about this. Insurance for this bike. I'm 25. I'm 25 years old. When I first purchased this bike, I was 24. No, did I get it after my birthday? I think I got it after my birthday. So yeah, I was